Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this has been a intruder. Welcome to Tech Corp, a tycoon business production technology sort of a thing, which I've been really rather looking forward to, because this one promises to let me design and release my very own games console. So, oh yes. But before we dive in, still alpha version, not feature complete, still work in progress, diddly dee. And so begins the epic journey of John Tendo. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. What I like about this game is, yeah, it starts off nice and small. You're just in your garage with a whiteboard, alright? You don't get to make the N64 on your first week on the job. Instead, what we're doing at first is not actually producing anything at all, because we've got no manufacturing capability and nowhere near enough money to actually manufacture things. So you've got to start off as a really small software company. So we'll just get ourselves a nice basic desk, because every employee needs a desk, and oh yes. Yes, this'll do. So, one desk right here, right in the middle of my special work rug. Marvellous. So first up, we need a sales exec, because we need someone to actually, find us contracts to fulfill to get a bit of money coming in. So drop a handful of money on that, and here we go. As time goes by, a few candidates will come in, have a little look-see at them, and yeah, basically we just want whichever stat is at the top of the middle row, that's the crucial stat, so that wants to be as high as possible. Here we go, this person's got negotiation of 50, and they're basically the same cost as some other people that have shown up. So, congratulations, you now work for me, you've now been hired, you now sit in this desk. So there you go. And once the work actually comes in, of course, we're gonna need some programmers to actually, do the flipping work. So the programmers can be, right next to you. One programmer for now, but yeah, I feel like we're going to need a second almost immediately. Alright, so just let a couple of days pass. We need to hire ourselves some programmers, and stop time right there, just in case Richard Smith, the first guy, came in. His time's almost done. Apparently programmers are really in demand wherever the hell we are. Somewhere in Western Europe. I said we were in Western Europe. Don't know where. I'm gonna assume in Britain, that's fine. And yeah, watch out, because some people you definitely don't want to hire. Like, yeah, this person's only got programming of 20, despite being a programmer, but they actually want quite a lot of money. So, let's not hire you. Instead, here we go, Robert Rodriguez and Rose Rodriguez. Right, brother and sister, marvellous. And perfect timing, my salesperson's found themselves a contract. So, go on then, we will accept that contract, and in 5 months we've got to have delivered some UI components, some networking components, some back-end components, and some encryption components. So, yep, we'll get on with that, thank you. You get on with just making some UI components, that's going to be just lovely. And as for you, Rose, you can get on with the networking components. Marvellous. So now, they're actually doing some work, and if we just check on them, yeah, there we go. UI components coming in nice and fast. They're super nice and simple, so that's already up to 1 out of 5 right there. Rose, how are you getting on? Bit slower, just because, yeah, apparently networking components are a bit more complicated. So, the components are coming in, we've got plenty of time, and as soon as that's done, we can take on a new contract, everything's going to be lovely. And the UI components are done, in fact we've got one spare, but that's fine, we can use them in the next contract if that comes up. So you stop doing that, and instead, move over to back-end components. Oh, he's just flipping flying through these. Possibly Robert is just a lot better than Rose. There we go, everything's been produced. We just ship that over to the client, and I get myself a big old pile of money. Marvellous. The problem is my workers are actually getting a bit tired, mainly because I'm making them work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week inside my garage. So at some point, I should probably let them have a break. Though, to be honest, I'm getting a bit suspicious of the salesperson in the middle, because her energy doesn't seem to have gone down at all. So I think she's just playing Mass Effect or something. Right, you know what, guys? You're doing the actual work, because even though this is my business, I don't actually appear to, come down to the garage or contribute in any way. I just front the money. So, as you guys are literally making the money, I'll buy you some stuff. Here we go, we can have one couch over here, that's lovely. Together with, what else do you want? Ooh, a fridge. Yes, no food in the fridge, you need to bring your own, but at least there is a fridge available. Also, ooh, customization. Oh, I can change the colour. Yes, everything should be hot pink. Also, I can turn the lights down if I want, which I'm going to do because electricity doesn't grow on trees, you bastards. And yeah, once I've made a bit of money, I can leave my garage and actually have an office. But, not quite yet, guys. We're going to need to scale up our operations a bit first. Ooh, and I think we'll have a water cooler over here, right by the open sign. Good. So that should be everybody resting up nice and fast, because, okay, you go on a break right now. So presumably, you're going to recover your actual energy pretty quickly, because there's like a sofa and a fridge and a water cooler. And yeah, you may notice when they're actually put on a break, they don't actually, go home or anything. They're still trapped inside my garage, and I think the doors are actually locked right now. So, yeah, they're never actually allowed to leave. I'm not sure employees are the right term for these guys. And once his energy fills up again, he'll probably teleport back to his desk. There we go. You should probably have a break too. Because, yeah, you're definitely slowing down. So, Rose, you may now have a break. Oh, yeah, he's now making video components like flipping crazy. Marvellous. Right, so we've now got everything we need apart from the optimization, so now they can both start working on that. Beautiful. Right, it's time to start scaling up, because the programmers are paying for themselves, and honestly the limiting factor is we don't have enough employees, so we can't take on enough contracts. And in particular, the contract we've just taken, only 60 days, and a giant pile of components are going to be needed for that. So, yeah, because Robert's already a bit on the tired side, we're going to need to improve and optimize this. So, we're going to need ourselves a manager. Oh, managers get the biggest, fanciest desks of all. Oh, that's lovely. Right, so probably the manager wants to be... yeah, how about right here, right against your desks, just to rub in that they get the bigger, fancier desk, and they can keep an eye on you. Actually, hang on. Would the manager be better? Oh, the manager would be better back over here, because then the manager can see what you're doing and look over your shoulder at all times. Plus, your screen's actually against the wall, so you can just, like, play solitaire or whatever all day, and they'll never know. Right, 3 more desks in play, because I need 2 more programmers and a researcher, so we can start researching parts. We're taking the first step towards actually flipping building something. Plus, as we're a tech startup, go on, you can have yourself a little bit of table football, sure. Here we go, Vanessa Miller, programming of 50, salary only 31,000. Right, she does not know her own value, so I'll be taking advantage of that right now. Vanessa Jones is a bit more expensive, but she's not bad either, and actually her endurance is nice and high, so she can work a bit longer. Though I swear 3 people in this office are all called Vanessa. Hang on, how many Vanessas do we actually have here? We've got, yes, Vanessa Wilson, Vanessa Miller, and Vanessa Jones. This is going to start getting confusing. Weirdly, in this game, just about everyone costs the same amount of money. Salary's about 30 grand across the board. Doesn't matter whether you're a programmer, sales exec, researcher, manager in charge of a team of 4. 30 grand, everybody costs 30 grand. Now, you might be wondering, why do I actually need managers? What do they actually do? Well, managers let you automate entire teams, so I'm going to make her the manager of the programming group, and every single programmer is going to start reporting into her. And as teams get bigger, this is very useful because it means you don't need to manually change each individual programmer. You can just automate them through the manager. So we'll give them a color and we'll say when a programmer gets down to 25% energy, then they will automatically go and rest without having to be told to. And in order to actually, optimize things a little bit faster, what we'll say is, okay, what needs to be produced is optimization components. So everybody start working on optimization components, and now they will all do that simultaneously. So optimization components should just start flying in a moment, and there we go, there's 2. And any minute now, come on, who's going to be the winner? There we go, there's number 3. So to deliver that, giant pile of money, marvellous. And this guy's automatically taking himself off on a break because he's exhausted, lovely. Here we go, new assignment comes in, so we're going to be needing encryption, photo, algorithm, and backend. So I'm just going to say, manager, stop producing what you're producing right now. Instead, everybody start algorithming. Perfect. Oh, and this'll do. Just north of 30,000, because everyone's just north of 30,000. Margaret Johnson is a very good researcher at a very low cost. So, welcome aboard. You're now going to sit at the research desk, and you're going to start researching things. Yes, utility hardware, generation 1. That's what you're going to research, whatever that means. She's just discovered 144p tech, so we're now capable of watching incredibly low-resolution videos on YouTube. Give her a few more years, we'll be up to something watchable. I do really like the way managers are handled in this game, by the way, which is, they don't actually do work directly. Instead, they make everyone else's work much more efficient, which is a very smart way of doing management. We've also discovered batteries, sound, and cameras. So I'm not sure what year this game is set in, but for some reason, I need someone to actually be doing research to discover cameras. But straight after that, she discovered Bluetooth, so that means this can't be too far in the past, so yeah, I feel like cameras should be fairly common knowledge by this stage, but whatever, in some form of terrifying alternate universe where literally everything was discovered sometime in the 1980s. And congratulations, team! Another job well done, and we're up to 176,000 money. Now we're doing good. Right, it's time to prototype something. We're making the move towards actual production here. So I have a monitor, some storage, a battery, a camera, sound, and Bluetooth. And I can combine any of those into some form of prototype. So I feel like I've not got enough there to make a computer. So maybe I could try and make like a mobile phone or something. So a battery, a camera, audio, and Bluetooth. Okay, possibly I'm just making a digital camera here. Right, start work on that. We're going to need an engineer first, though. Oh, and la-di-da, they want a special flipping desk and everything. Right, I think the engineer's going to go over here in the corner by the boxes. No one likes the engineer. Though I will buy a TV for the team. Bloody hell, that's one hell of a TV, but it's also pretty fat. Yeah, we're definitely not in the era of flat-screen TVs, so maybe it's the early 90s? I'm not sure. Right, I'm going to put the TV over here because we don't actually use it for entertainment. What we do instead is we put great big presentations on it. And we're probably big enough for 2 couches right now, so can I squeeze a couch in over here? It sticks out a bit, but it'll do. Yeah, so now we've got double couch. Marvellous. Right, so my engineer's now in place. He's shown up actually wearing a lab coat. You're in a garage, at a desk, working on the world's worst phone. You don't need a lab coat. Also, there may have been a small fail in management by, me, actually. Because, yeah, we've developed 25 out of the required 4 back-end components. Okay, guys, feel free to move over to optimization. But on the plus side, if in future anyone needs any back-end work doing, we have just got a pile of it ready to go in that box over there. Which I'm pretty sure is how programming works. Ah, but now we've got some new parts. Right, now we can make a computer. So, my computer is going to have a built-in monitor, because early crappy computers totally did, and it's going to need a CPU to make the computer go like buzz, which is what computers do, and it's going to need some RAM, because you need that to make the computer go fast, and maybe it doesn't need a GPU. I feel like we're a bit early for gaming PCs. Instead, it should probably have the ability to actually store information. Yes, boom. Okay, so my engineer has successfully managed to invent some stuff, like a CPU and a battery. Could have just gone down to the shops and bought some batteries, but whatever, we've invented them. Okay, it's time for us to build something, and that means it's time to move out of the garage. Unfortunately, the game is willing to give us the first upgrade for free. Next ones, we're gonna have to pay for. Oh, and we've got loans available too. Marvellous. Okay, first things first, let's make sure, yes, we've got decent level of lighting. Everything's lovely and hot pink. Marvellous. And apparently we need to, like, buy all the desks all over again because, I don't know, we couldn't figure out how to get them out of the garage or something. So, okay, we've still got all our employees, right? Yes, we've still got our employees. They just don't actually have anywhere to work right now. Okay, so new layout. We've got research and sales over here next to each other because they're both on their own. Then we've got a big long line of programmers all together so they can collaborate a bit more easily. Then we've got their manager right there, no longer overlooking their screens in any capacity, alright? They've been working together a while. They trust each other now, which is lovely, but she can communicate with them nice and easily too. And of course, the engineer's over there by himself next to his books in case he needs to look something up because nobody likes him. Also, because we're a bigger company, we have now officially upgraded from table football to either air hockey or pool. But I feel like, yeah, air hockey's definitely the way to go. Marvellous. So that can be, yeah, we can have a nice chill-out area right here, close by to the kitchen. That's lovely. Though, weirdly, we can't actually have couches anymore. We can just have some form of insanely large TV couch combo. So, okay, we're gonna have to move the manager's desk to make space for the giant entertainment complex that our employees enjoy. Sorry guys, change of plans. The manager is now looking over every single one of your shoulders constantly. Actually, this kind of works because this actually creates a separation of space inside the office. So, yeah, entertainment suite goes there. Absolutely flippin' lovely. Pool table might be a bit big, to be honest. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, we're gonna have to wait till we have a bigger office for that. We can have a vending machine over by the kitchen, though. That works. Alright, contract comes in, everybody's set up, and everybody gets to beautiful symmetrical work. Oh, I love it. Symmetrical brow wiping. Spot on. But here's why we moved to this place. It's because now we've got ourselves a factory. Marvellous. So right now we're not really advanced enough to be creating phones or computers or consoles, because they're a bit on the complicated side. But we can start building something audio-ish, something camera-ish, or a TV. I feel like audio. Because, yeah, we can make one of those really, really pretentious, stupid set of headphones that, like, some celebrity endorses, and thus idiots pay ridiculously more than it's worth. Marvellous. So I could pay money to unlock speakers, earphones, or MP3 players, but no. Headphones. Really pretentious headphones, which... Do headphones have a CPU? Well, hang on. Does everything electrical have a CPU? Is that how headphones work? I mean, like, toasters don't have a CPU, right? I mean, maybe they do. Ooh. Maybe way more stuff has a CPU than I'm expecting. Maybe toasters are really complicated. I should get into the toaster business. So right now we don't have many options because, yeah, I've only developed a certain number of very basic parts. So we'll go for, yeah, the 64 megabyte RAM. Wait, why do headphones need RAM? Like, surely the thing you're plugging the headphones into need the RAM, not the headphones themselves. Unless, of course, speakers need... I don't know. I probably shouldn't be playing this game. I don't know enough about it. Also, surely they don't need... Maybe they do need batteries. Hang on. Do they need batteries? Wouldn't they just draw power through the wire, like some things can through USB? Because you'd never need to use your headphones unless they were plugged in. Okay, speakers. Yes, I'll say headphones definitely need an audio component. Yes. And we're going to make it out of plastic because I haven't yet hired a chemist to develop anything else. Okay, so here's where things get interesting. So I need to actually create a product name together with an actual brand this is going to be under. So this probably shouldn't be the main John Tendo brand, because of course, John Tendo is all about games consoles. No. This isn't about that. This is about, like, yeah, selling ridiculously overpriced headphones to idiots. So it needs to be a brand that says, like, I'm a headphone, but I'm also sexy. Head sex. Perfect. So that's the brand, but there might be multiple different product lines within the Headsex brand. So that means we actually need a product for this, which is going to be our most basic, simple entry-level product, because all the parts are incredibly basic and terrible. The Headsex Virgin. It's perfect. Okay, next up, we actually need to create the box art. I love this. I absolutely flipping love this. So, obviously we need to zoom in a little bit and spin it around slightly. Lovely. Obviously, it's going to be hot pink. That's going to be the colour. Right here, it's going to be beautiful and hot pink. Here we go. Make sure they're nice and centred right in the middle here. Focus on how they're ridiculously massive and purple. And, oh, that's perfect. That's literally perfect, except for the fact, yeah, because of the text. Hang on. I might want it to actually be a little bit off-centre, just so it actually doesn't... Okay, hang on. If we actually just zoom out a tiny bit... Zoom out just a tiny bit, then just a bit more off in this direction. Oh, that's the thing right there. Everyone's going to want a Headsex Virgin. And now we have to design the product software. It's headphones. Are we 100% sure it's even got those? Oh yeah, right now, performance is 0, battery life is 0, and bugs are 100%. Right, so we should probably, like, put a UI module into the UI component. And, like, you know, an OS module into the, QA module. Does that just mean we're QAing it? Hang on. Optimization. Operating system. Those share a few letters. So yeah, if I just plug more stuff in here, then everything just gets better and better and better. But it's going to take my programmers time to actually, you know, make these components. Time they can't be working on other stuff. Okay, I've decided every single module gets QA'd. So, that's all going to be fine. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to bother QAing this thing. That's definitely going to make it better. And it's all going to be very usable as well. Yep, UI modules for everybody, because UI modules are super fast to program. Right, nothing's actively flashing red right now. That's not really that much stuff either. That probably is good enough right there. Okay, so who's going to produce this thing? Because apparently we can't produce it ourselves just yet. That will be too expensive. So, Samsung, HTV, or Fireglass. So, they're terrible, but I'm guessing they're cheap. Though actually, quality's not terrible, and they are pretty cheap. The only problem is the speed. Yeah, you know what? We're going to produce them with the cheap guys. That's fine. How many? How about 1,000 just to start off with, just to get us going here? And then a marketing budget to, yes, a marketing budget to match, maybe 40k. and push the launch back out to, 100 days out, just to make sure we've got plenty of time to build all the stuff. And as for the campaign type, mid-range, viral, yes, viral. It needs to be viral because we're going to go for celebrity endorsements to ensnare idiots. Ooh, the game wants me to make more of these to actually make it worth the run. So, okay, 5,000. That's quite expensive, actually. We might need to, potentially take out a loan, to be honest. You do not have enough money, get a loan or work harder. Okay, game, now you're just hurting my feelings. Okay, I've taken a $500,000 loan, and as we're actually dropping, $234,000 on production, let's drop an extra $100,000 on marketing too. Okay, so the Headsex version is now in production. We need to figure out how we're going to announce it to the world. So, there's going to be a trailer, then there needs to be 2 different campaigns. Trailer, commercial, endorsement, celebrity endorsement, let's get that idiot money. And then there's going to be a big event where the celebrity's going to pretend he wasn't just handed the product 10 minutes ago and say it's amazing and I'm going to be swimming in idiot money. Right, put most of the money into the endorsement and then a bit into the event, but yeah, mostly in the endorsement, alright? Let's get someone good for, $18,000. How good a person do you get for $18,000? That's probably at least like, B- celebrity, right? So, the trailer, which is a very small thing. Focus. We want it to be focusing on probably the features or maybe the hardware. The hardware's probably, hang on, was the hardware any good? Yeah, let's focus on the features, which is they're headphones and they play sound. That's all you really want. And it needs to be, exciting. That's what it needs to be. 30 seconds is fine. Headphones are not complicated. That's okay. Now we've got to have, the endorsement or event selection. So I've got 18 grand to play with here. Okay, so, some YouTube ads for $1,000. Abso-flipping-lutely. Hang on, wasn't that just supposed to be $900? Where did the rest of the money go? Uh-oh. Where did the rest of the money go? Ooh, hang on. Esports. Yes, esports. That's just right. But hang on. Watch the amount of money we're about to spend. I'm going to buy this for $800. Okay. Where did the rest of the money go? Okay, it's time to buy my marketer. And unfortunately, we're sort of out of space for him, to be honest. So the marketer's going to go... The marketer can be over here, next to this here whiteboard. This isn't like the team whiteboard for meetings. That's a marketing pie chart right there. You know what? Let's just get this person in as fast as possible. Patrick Smith, marketing of 50, creativity of 45. That'll do. You're also super cheap. Welcome aboard, Patrick Smith. And he's now going to start working immediately on phase 1 of the Virgin Headsex. Good. And because we've only just hired him, his energy is nice and... Wait, hang on. Are you... I could have sworn I just hired Patrick, right? That is Patrick Smith and... Is Patrick a girl's name as well? I always thought Patrick was exclusively a guy's name, but whatever. And there we go. Patrick gets to work. Good luck, Patrick. Okay, phase 1 gets underway. Let's just actually, clear this contract I do have outstanding before we start working on... Ooh, marketing's ticking up. Production is underway too. That's just more marketers. That's fine, and that's just more audio tech. Would have been good if we developed that before we actually tried to take these headphones to market, but whatever. Marketing, making some progress right here. And how are we doing? Right, almost done with that. Change you over to video, and then this contract we can turn in and turn our attention exclusively to our own product. There we go. That job is now complete. So that is now 100% done. So we need to develop some software for the headphones, which I'm pretty sure is nothing but QA and UI. So stop that. Instead, giant pile of UI components, please. Just start working on that, and hopefully that'll all work out. And no, we're not going to be doing that for the time being. Everybody just work over here. How are you doing, by the way? Phase 1 work has been completed. Okay, phase 1 was the trader, if I recall correctly. So, what do we actually do with you now? Because you claim you're working, so... what are you doing? Okay, I think you're just... There we go. I think Patrick was just pretending to work for a while there. So, 300,000 people saw it. Reception has been 60. Plus 3 hype. Final rating, mediocre. Nothing good, nothing bad, simple like others. Meh, I've seen better production, such an average announcement trailer. Right, so we're going to be firing Patrick at some point. Got it. Oh, but here we go. The event. The event is now happening. Is this an event? Because this just looks like a skippable ad, and a really terrible skippable ad too. Okay. Now the headphones have gone away. is this the event? Because we spent $10,000 on this, Patrick. I gave you $10,000. It's a white screen, Patrick. What have you done? 1.9 million viewers, final rating excellent, plus 18 hype. Okay, so everybody loved the blank white screen. Ah, yes, and the esports convention. So that was... Oh, they loved it. They loved it, but then that was well set up for the esports convention. Plus 9 hype. Oh, yes. Waiting for phase 2. Wait, I thought phase 2 was the event and the celebrity endorsement. Hang on. Sorry, Patrick. Patrick, we need to discuss the plan. Ah, wait, hang on. Yeah, that was just the first 33 grand right there. Now we're into phase 2. So, okay. The endorsement worked pretty well last time. Then we can go straight into, yep, another event. Then we can go to an actual commercial once we've built some hype. So, you know what? We'll split the money pretty evenly here. But I will save, yeah, nice amount at the end for an actual commercial. Love it. You know what? Let's be on the subway. That's somewhat aspirational somehow or another. Oh, an NFL match. Yeah, perfect. We'll have one of those sports people everybody loves wearing the headphones. It's going to be beautiful. And as for the commercial itself, okay, so we need to pick a focus here. It's going to be epic. It's going to be stupid epic right there. Now I just need to pick how we're going to... Ah, okay, wait, that adds up to 91. So that adds up to... Okay, hang on, that doesn't make a huge amount of... You know what, let's just go with it. Apparently Patrick doesn't know how to add up to 100. We're going to focus on direction and special effects, except hang on. Probably a bit more on sound, given its headphones. Yeah, you know what, that's probably good to be second as its headphones right there. And, oh, the celeb endorsement, finally! Good, we get to actually pick who's endorsing us. I feel like it needs to be an athlete or a musician. So, who's an extremely expensive musician? Oh, Serge Blankian. He's got a magnificent name, apart from, oh, hang on. Steve Lebanon, 23 grand. Bit expensive, right there. No, we're going to go for Serge Blankian. He is going to be the face of the brand, except... Possibly want to hire Simon Lebanon anyway. Yeah, Simon Lebanon can also be involved. And, oh, okay, I've slightly run out of money, but that's fine. Okay, who's cheap? We need someone really cheap. Apparently PewDiePie would only be 5 grand. I suspect he costs more than that. We'll just have, like, Fizzy, whoever that's supposed to represent in real life, I don't know. And Mitch Anderson. Everyone loves Mitch Anderson, right? And You Crave Bolts. Yes, we'll go for You Crave Bolts. Marvellous. Those are apparently all very cheap indeed. So, apparently we're going to have, like, famous musicians and athletes all endorsing it simultaneously. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. Right, you're getting straight on with phase 2. This is going to be magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. And also, hang on, where's... Okay. How many actual UI components... We've got 21. Okay, guys, why are we not making much progress here? Ah, we don't need to just randomly make UI components and put them in a box. We need to tell the manager to tell them to actually be working on the head sex virgin. Right, everybody work on that. Okay, if all of you work together on that, then there we go. Software progress is now going very, very fast indeed. Marvellous. So that's going to be ready well ahead of schedule, in which case the salesperson could probably start getting on with looking for more contracts too. Right, software is now fully produced. Production is now happening. We've already paid for that. That's absolutely fine. Marketing underway. Good job, Patrick. In which case, yeah, we can start making some nice money. And would you believe all that UI paid off in the end? Good, good. Oh, we've got the event. Okay, so we were on the subway. Apparently we're charging $82 for this thing. I'm not sure I ever actually selected that. I think the game might just create a profit margin for itself. So, how's everyone feeling about the head sex virgin? Do people enjoy the head sex virgin? I mean, there it is on a great big thing, like, in front of a train. I would have thought, like, you put it on the wall, like, behind it, but whatever. Did people enjoy that? And, oh, excellent. Plus 8 to hype. Good. Good, good, good. And as for the NFL, yep, head sex virgin, only $82. Now that's just lovely. That's not really the photo I selected, but whatever. It's nice, it's rotating. How do people feel about that? 1 million people saw it, and they flippin' loved it. Plus 4 actor hype, plus 3 hype. Final rating, bad. Oh dear. Right, so, as it turns out, everyone actually hates the endorsement because it wasn't anyone famous enough. Right, next time in the final phase, we're going to get someone really expensive. Here we go. Endorsement, and spend overwhelmingly like all of the money on that. Then we'll just have a cheap little event and a very cheap commercial indeed. Alright, but overwhelmingly, I want someone good to endorse these headphones. Okay, I swear I just picked the cheapest campaigns, but now I've only got $3,000 left over for the endorsement. So yes, possibly the marketing UI could do with a little bit of work in this game. As I say, alpha version, still work in progress. Devs, if you're listening, yes, marketing's slightly unclear. Well, on the plus side, at least we can afford Lewis Hamilton. And we've got enough change left over for Bart Cooks, and also... who else do we have? Can we afford anyone aside from Vengetta888? Right, we're just going to be going for all of them. Okay, so the YouTube ads I bought by accident have turned out to be an extremely good investment, which is great, because I kind of bought them by mistake. As is the World Cup sponsorship I accidentally bought. Right, that'd be where the money went. And unfortunately, yes, everybody hated my very cheap celebrity endorsements. Oh, I think it's ready to ship, and uh-oh. Right, so marketing score, pretty good. Hardware quality, acceptable-ish. Software quality, 100%. Massive hype, 80% appeal, 8 out of 10 to critics. I feel like I'm being a bit hard done by with a D, quite frankly, game. Okay, so we produced 5,000 of these things. So far, we've sold 200 for $80, and we spent 100,000 on marketing alone. Right, total net profit so far, $400,000 loss. Okay, but we've still got inventory. Alright, more are going to sell over time. Okay, sales are already dropping off. Right, Patrick. Oh, hang on, they just ticked up again. Patrick, we need to talk. What the hell are we going to do? Nothing, because apparently Patrick only does product launches. Oh, marvellous. Okay, the Headsex Virgin is actually making a little bit of progress here. We are selling, yeah, about 185 a month. So we are very, very slowly getting our money back here. But yeah, right now we're only selling it in Western Europe. How much would it cost for us to actually move abroad? So much the game's not even letting me see how much it would cost. Marvellous. So, we've learned some useful stuff from the Headsex Virgin. Like, for example, what not to do. Such as, when you're relying on a celebrity endorsement, don't pick a terrible celebrity that everybody hates. But it's time to step things up here. We are going to get ourselves a lead developer who's good at programming and also bug fixing, which is probably something that's good for a lead developer. And who'd have guessed it, he costs just over 30 grand. Right, and because you're the lead developer, you go over here, right at the end of all of the programmers, except hang on. Developers and programmers the same thing. Okay, they're sort of similar probably. So he is taking what the programmers are creating, and he is converting it into modules, an audio module, by taking an audio component and a back-end component. Not 100% sure why he's doing that, but he's doing it. You know what? You just stay there until I figure out what to do with you. But for the time being, we need to get back into the headphone business, alright? We picked up like 10 fans over the Headsex Virgin debacle. They are waiting for our next product, and my researchers have some sexy stuff waiting for them, alright? Second generation CPU, a second generation RAM that shall also have 64 megabits or something, better battery life, better audio, better Bluetooth units. It's going to be made out of metal, which is better somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Headsex Stallion. Oh yeah, that's what we're looking for right here. And this thing is going to be absolutely flipping chocked full of QA. It is going to have QA coming out of its arse. It is going to be bug-free. We are going to QA this thing into the ground. There we go. Keep chocking that full of QA. That wasn't QA. I don't know what that was, but it wasn't QA. Keep putting in more and more QA. Lovely. Now UI. The UI is going to be like super UI-y. Like so much UI. It's going to be the most user-friendly thing imaginable. But we're going to do better than that. Yes, the network is going to be secure. And on top of that, the audio is going to be optimized. In fact, we're going to optimize it even more. Screw it. Let's just shove in an audio module right there into the audio drive. Absolutely marvelous. There's going to be a camera. There's a built-in camera right now, okay? There's a database in there too. This thing can base your data. Oh, you thought there was only one camera? No, there's a second camera right in the network. And your audio is going to be secure. So secure. Built-in antivirus. What's that? You thought that was it? No. It also networks. Hang on, no it doesn't. Right, that's bad. That's bad for performance. It doesn't network, or maybe that bit doesn't network. Maybe the database networks. Does the database maybe network? No, nothing networks, because that just introduces bugs. No networking. Brand new feature. We've eliminated networking. And most importantly, the audio is spectacular. Okay, get this out to Sammy's song. We need this to be better than it was last time. Maybe we have ourselves... Okay, maybe we actually just go a little bit... Actually, you know what? No. Go big or go home. It's another 5,000. We failed to sell a huge number of the Head Sex Virgins, but the Head Sex Stallion is just a vastly better piece of work. Nationwide campaign, $150,000 of marketing spent. Patrick, if you mess this up, I am going to murder you. Right, that was pretty much all the money we've got. Right there, good stuff. Right, everybody start working on the Head Sex Stallion, please. That shouldn't take you too long, hopefully. And Patrick moves over to marketing. Okay, we're gonna make this work, damn it. So we're going to do some events. Events went down well last time. We're going to do some commercials too. Nice and good amount of money into the commercial. That's going to be phase 1. Small trailer, event, commercial. And we're going to focus on the hardware because it's made out of metal now, which is what everybody presumably wanted. It's going to be epic. Epic and metal. It's going to be 120 seconds long. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to put it right in the middle of the cocking World Cup. Yes, negotiate. So, how much is it going to cost me to potentially, sponsor the World Cup for 10 days? Is that going to potentially work at all? Because apparently this is how you negotiate for the World Cup. You just open up a chat window. Sure, that works for us. Okay. Possibly, that means I just overpaid, but it's the World Cup, so it's fine. And now we've got the budget for a celeb endorsement, so okay, go for someone really good, like the most expensive person going. Okay, the second most expensive going. Okay, the third. Here we go, Vin Petrol, marvellous. And don't have anyone else, we don't want anyone distracting anybody from Vin Petrol. Special effects will have explosions, it's gonna be great. Right, software's underway, my entire programming team is busy, but they'll be done with that in no time. This thing is gonna be QA'd, bug-free, diddly-diddly-dee, everything's gonna be brilliant. We've got 10 fans already, so they're presumably gonna pre-order this thing. It's gonna be amazing. Now, admittedly, we do at some point need to pay rent, so as soon as they're actually done with that, yeah, now you guys can just get back to your day jobs, please. Okay, phase 1 of marketing for the Head Sex Stallion. Now, obviously, this was never going to be spectacular because we didn't put much money behind it. The big one was the fact we decided to sponsor the World Cocking Cup. So, okay, great big advert right there. Excellent final rating, plus 11 hype, marvellous, and... Right, bloody hell, we need to stop actually having celebrity endorsements, because apparently it doesn't actually go brilliantly. Though I do appreciate the guy who just said WTF, best Vin Petrol, let's go buy it. So, okay, it was sort of okay-ish. And yeah, we're definitely losing money because we need to actually pay rent while we're just focusing on the product launch. So... Okay, programmers, keep us afloat for the time being. We're just going to do events, alright? We're just going to do big old events and then a massive commercial at the end. Oh, we're going to sponsor the Super Bowl. That's what we're going to do. So, for my entire budget, I'd like to sponsor the Super Bowl for 15 days. I didn't think it lasted 15 days, but we're going to go for it. How do they feel about that? Hopefully they come back to me, otherwise I've just lowballed them. Okay, we're more comfortable with 27,000 for 13 days. Okay, that's a bit high to be honest, but now I know roughly what we're talking about. So, how about 14,000 for just 8 days? Alright, we trim it back a bit. And 13 days for 21. Okay, keep going lower because just FYI, in case you hadn't figured it out yet, I've only got so much money. So, the limiting factor's the money. So, yeah, there we go. Good. I'm hiring the Super Bowl for 6 days, hopefully including the day on which the Super Bowl happens. And we're going back to the esports convention because that went really well last time. And literally the most expensive person here is an actor, but the actors aren't doing good work for us. No. What we need is a musician. McJazzer. Oh, marvellous. We're going to get McJazzer in here, and it's going to be exciting, and it's going to be about special effects, so you don't actually notice the fact that the product's terrible and McJazzer can't act. And on the plus side, the programmers are keeping us afloat. Good. Well done, guys. Keep the lights on. Though I tell you what, I'm going to give Patrick a break right now. Patrick's been working really damn hard, so you just chill out in front of the ridiculously massive... Okay, apparently we decided to launch the campaign while Patrick wasn't actually at his desk, so that's going to be good. Oh, the Super Bowl crowd did not enjoy it. It was a bit mediocre. Okay, but the esports event worked last time, so hopefully that should... Okay, this is why, Patrick, you're actually at your desk during product launches. And everybody hated McJazzer too. Okay, so this has been a disaster. Okay, last chance here. Okay, last flippin' chance. So we're going to go for commercials. Then we're going to go for a big event. And then one final commercial. We're going to split the budget pretty evenly between them, with maybe a bit of a ramp up right at the end. So we've tried musicians and we've tried actors and they've failed. So let's go for an athlete. See if that works. And for the other advert, we're going to get Thor himself to advertise these here bloody headphones. Sooner or later, someone's going to enjoy our bloody endorsements. Okay, but for the final phase, Patrick is now back up to high energy. So hopefully, this will now be less terrible. Okay, everybody hated the athlete. Well, most people hated the athlete. Maybe 3 people liked it. Okay, then we decided to actually advertise in front of the NBA Finals. So, people enjoyed that. Sports event went pretty well, and... Okay, at least one person enjoyed Chris Hemsworth as well. Oh, here we go. We've got what? How is it D again? Right, marketing 100 out of 100. Hardware quality 100%. Software quality 100%. Hype is literally as hyped as the human race is capable of being. The product had limited appeal. Possibly because it was made out of metal. And critics accepted it with 8 out of 10. But it got a D again. I feel like in many ways, the headset Stallion has been somehow sabotaged by its competitors. Because I feel like when you've got 100%, 100%, 100 out of 100, 100 out of 100, you deserve better than a D. Okay, but sales are definitely up on the Virgin. Now they're back down again, but there was a bit of a bounce previously. Oh, up to 300. Okay, we might actually make a flipping profit off this one, as wacky an idea as that is. And as we grow, we can now start taking on manufacturing contracts, so we can start actually setting up the infrastructure to build our own stuff. Just basic stuff for now, but let's start building. Oh Christ, these things are expensive. That's fine. The Stallion is selling reasonably, at least, so maybe justifying a second production run of that. Let's just make, basic 30 grand first gen machine. That's all absolutely fine. So this machine needs to produce body cases. That's the first thing I need to produce. So 7,000 body cases, and each body case requires 3 times plastic, 1 times lithium. So, presumably therefore, 7,000 lithium, 21,000 plastic. And luckily, yes, plastic is not that expensive, so enough plastic and enough lithium too. There we go, that should be enough plastic and lithium to make this thing do its job. Now, you produce 6,000 RAM, and for that you need 6,000 silver, 6,000 copper. So that's all absolutely fine, and the silver, I'm guessing the silver's expensive, right? No, silver's weirdly cheap for a precious metal, but whatever. And no need to buy more machines, because, depending on how fast we're actually able to produce this stuff, we might be able to... Guys, why are you not producing? You shouldn't be idle. I think I just forgot to press the build button. There we go. Everything's now actually producing. So yes, body cases being produced nice and fast here. This is producing 500 a day and 500 a day. So that's going to be produced in no time at all. Then we just move them over to producing something else. In fact, you know what? We could have done this with 1 machine, not 2, but that's fine. Ooh. I think we've literally managed to sell out of the headset Stallion, because right now we have got an inventory of 0. Oh, that's good, and we've picked up some fans. Right, okay, in that case, should we actually just, like, order some more? And as time goes by, well bloody ahead of schedule, we should momentarily have enough to deliver everything we need and just have some spare parts left over, just in case we ever need them in future. There we go. Delivered, giant pile of money. Stop production, please. Stop production. Oh, flip, more and more and more stuff. Right, so now my researcher can now actually try and develop individual features, and there's quite a few of them. So I need to figure out what is the best feature for a set of headphones for the next part of the headsets family. Night vision? That'd be the coolest set of headphones of all time. Oh, but here's what I really want right here. I am now able to set up my own platform by virtue of hiring an external server, because I don't have one in here. I mean, we could do, but there's just not enough space. That's the limiting factor right now. So I've hired a server in order to get a platform set up, which will allow me to build my own games console. Marvellous. So, okay, right now there's no one on my console platform. Right, so is this going to be like an online console? Because if so, we are way more in the future than I was expecting. Oh, bloody hell, there's a lot to set up. Okay, right, need to figure this out here. That's just a summary. That's all fine. We're spending 10 grand a month on server costs. That's okay. Add 10,000 users in order to debug. So now we'll know if something's wrong. So, okay, policies. Subscription price is going to be free. We'll whack up the price later, but we're new to market, so we better make it free for now. There's going to be, like, some cloud storage, which is good for storing things in the cloud. And there's going to be, refunds in your first 5 days. And more importantly, as we're not going to bother developing any games by ourselves, there's going to be 95% revenue split in favour of the dev, right? Which is going to take a tiny, tiny 5%. We're going to make our money selling the console, which is exactly the opposite of how real consoles work, where they make a loss selling the console and then try and make the money back on the software. But screw it, we're going to do things backwards. And that means we can't really afford to discount the actual console that much, because we need to make at least a bit of money on it. So, we're going to have an Aliens-themed discount to celebrate Aliens. Nothing needs to be fixed right now. Promo, storefront. Yeah, we don't actually have any games to promote. We're just going to promote, like, other people's games, so it's going to be fine. We're going to have all of the dashboards, right? And we're also going to have option C for the email. Maybe, like, you know, if there was a game to promote, I'd be seeing something here right now. And we need to buy some exclusives. Yes, marvellous. So we're going to negotiate for access to Everlife. I will give you 80 grand together with a 50-50 revenue split if you just keep Everlife on my non-existent console literally forever. Bastard, the game's going to be multi-platform. Okay, maybe we just need to actually get a game even if it's not own. The whole point's exclusivity. Okay, limited exclusivity. Alright, here's some money for OMG It's Becky, which obviously I totally want on my platform. 50-50 split, which is vastly worse than everyone else gets, but whatever. And it's only going to be exclusive for, like, maybe a year. Yeah, let's see if OMG It's Becky is willing to do that. Maybe I should build the console before I start trying to negotiate for exclusivity. Right, okay. Yeah, that's probably a good idea right there. And here we go. I'm about to build my first console. Cost $5 million? Okay, so we're a bit lacking in $5 million. Okay, how much money am I allowed to borrow? Only $1 million. Bastards. You know what's weird is it's surprisingly difficult to just reorder an existing product. You'd think that'd be quite easy, but I'm not actually sure how you do it. So, the Stallion, go into its sales figures. So yeah, we got finances there, development there. No options, just, you know, buy more, for example. Go over here to, products, brands, headsets. The Stallion, still selling right now. And can't just put another order right there. So, yeah, I'm not 100% sure why I can't just, you know, purchase more. Okay, I've got a plan. How about, as the headphones keep failing, we simply expand the headsets range to include earphones? Because earphones are logically much cheaper to produce. Behold the Headsets Micro, which arguably comes in an excessively large box. And we are just going to whack this thing absolutely full of UI, optimization, security, and QA, alright? Look at that. That is a great product. And because it's cheap, we can order a lot of them. Okay, it turns out it's not actually that cheap. Okay, so what I've done is I've borrowed $2 million in order to basically fund production of these things. So 40,000. 40,000 is nothing. Alright. 45,000. Okay, that might be a bit too much. 42,000. That's a good, healthy amount. Then again, we do need to be able to afford some marketing here, just so people know the product exists. Though we do have like 50 fans, so they'll probably buy like one each at the bare minimum. Okay, programmers start work. Marketer needs to jump in here. So we don't have a huge amount of money, to be honest, but we'll spread it. We'll spread it pretty equally at the bare minimum. So basic trailer. Then we go into, yeah, nothing but events. Events seem to go really well. I think football's gone well before, so yeah, let's see if we can actually just sponsor the entire World Cup. How much is that theoretically going to cost? And, oh. Okay, so if you lowball them too badly, they straight up refuse to. Can I just speak to them again? Okay, I can just speak to them again. Great. How about just 10 days for 20 grand? Really that much? Of course we accept. Oh dear. Right, so I may have gone from lowballing to slightly excessive highballing, but screw it, we're sponsoring the World Cup. Okay, so the trailer's a disaster, again, but as for the... Wait, what? That's not my... That's... Okay. Presumably I'm seeing that because I failed to negotiate that, so that's what actually happened instead. So obviously, yeah, okay, so that was what was actually sponsoring that instead. But then I sponsored you for 10 days, and... Why is this $84? Like, that's the same price as the head sex stallion. Like, this should definitely be cheaper. And, well, on the plus side, people loved it, so that's good. Okay, we're going entirely over to event-based marketing, because that actually seems to, you know, flipping work. Right, get over to the soccer playoffs. This is, yeah, mid-popularity. So, if I just basically say, I don't know, 12 grand, we'll see if maybe that works out. And for the NBA finals, another 17 grand. There we go. So, we'll see if that all fits together when the time comes. And there we go. All my sponsorships have come through. Good. That should hopefully work pretty nicely. And there we go. This is all working very nicely at the sports events. Everybody loved the sports events. Yep, good. +9 hype. Over on the basketball court. Everybody flipping loves it. Right, 2 events, then a massive commercial to wrap it up. So, small, then throw everything into a big old commercial, which will probably be a disaster because no one will like the celebrity on it. You know what? We're not going to have a celebrity endorsement at all. We're just going to have a really good, solid director making it look amazing. Okay, final round of advertising. And good, if not spectacular. Straight on to, yep, esports convention. This has always worked for us in the past. It feels like a good fit. Yep, good. +4. And why am I so terrible at making adverts? Alright, the micro is almost ready to go, okay? And after last time, oh, this time it's on a flipping... Oh, we're up to rank C! We're up to rank C, despite the fact that the marketing score is lower, and the hardware quality is lower, and the product appeal is lower, and the critics like it less, it's rated more highly. I feel like the algorithm that calculates your overall rating needs a bit of work. This really needs to be a big success, by the way, because, oh dear. Right, user satisfaction is poor, and we've got another 39,000 of these to go, and... Okay, normally we'd have seen a bump by now. Okay, there's a bump. That's a bump. I mean, we've still lost $2.8 million producing this thing. 2.7 now. You see, this is going fine. This is all going to be a-okay. And actually, user satisfaction is ticking up. It's just the fans who are fussy plebs. And we're getting more and more fans too. Come on, let's have 100 fans. I've had to pay $2 million for 100 fans. I may possibly be terrible at tech companies. We've got some problems here. So obviously the people who buy it first are going to be either your fans or people who've seen the advertising or people who are hyped for it. But, I may have slightly overordered. So we've managed to ship 22,000, but now, all of a sudden, yeah, actually, demand is starting to tail off, the brand strength is going down, user satisfaction and appeal is starting to go down too. I may have ordered too many of these. I think I've slightly flooded the market. with terrible, terrible head-sex micros. I've just realised why the micro's been a failure. I forgot to implement the night vision functionality. Oh, daily sales have just plummeted well below 100. Yeah, we're down to selling only 50 a day. So basically what I've done is I've managed to completely flood the market with extremely poor quality micro head-sex headphones that nobody actually wants anymore. And as a result of that, I've spent, about $2.5 million to just about break even. Yeah, we've pretty much broken even, which is unfortunate because the bank's going to want its money back at some point, and I'm guessing there's some form of interest I didn't really pay much attention to, but that's probably a thing that's going to have happened. So that's good. That's good right there. Demand is literally... Wait, what? Why did we suddenly start selling 600 a day? Why did that just... Okay, there's been a resurgence of interest in the head-sex micro for some reason, despite the fact that... Okay, so we did sell out. We did sell out. That's good. We don't have wasted inventory. We only managed to make $400,000 profit off, nearly $3 million total spend when we factor wages into account. And on top of that, there's one other problem, which is the head-sex brand is now officially valued at $0. It has no value because the brand strength is 0, demand is 0. I have flooded the market. Despite having 40,000 fans, apparently they all hate me and wouldn't buy from me again because they've already got a product from me or something. I'm not 100% clear on that, but I think this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. I have created a games company that physically cannot afford to break into the games industry for the simple reason that all 17 of the celebrities that I decided to hire to try and create an amazing viral headset all turned out to be completely despised by the general public. And as a result, any minute now, the bank will be sending in the heavies to start kneecapping some folks. But that's fine. These people are all my employees or slaves. None of them are actually me. I'm just basically watching them through the security camera, say from my mansion in the Bahamas or whatever. So, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think it's probably time we just dim the lights and leave my employees to their kneecapping. This here is Tech Corp, and it needs a little bit of work, absolutely. It needs a bit of tutorializing, UI polish. There's some things in it that aren't clear, but I do like how much stuff there is here. There's clearly a lot of thought and effort and depth that's going to be there once it's been polished a bit. But yeah, could definitely do with a little bit of work yet. Something to keep an eye on. I might well revisit this when it's a little bit further along because this could be something special if they give it a bit of love and attention. Hopefully, that's how things do indeed shake out. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the really rather promising Tech Corp. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Wait, did people just vote out democracy? Hang on, what have you just done? Oh, go on, let's have the greatest Oktoberfest ever. Yay! Spain and Russia have announced a new alliance as a result of the warmongering of certain Central European countries. Oh, well, excuse me! My leader from now on, no weaklings will stand in the way of this country's path to glory. Oh God, Germany, not again!